Seems a bit warmer tonight. It could be because I've just had a nice hot bath. Kind of overcast. Actually been hoovering up. Hoovering all the landing down. Getting bits and bobs ready, so then housing can get in there and do my bathroom and kitchen. Be interesting to see if Marcy's still team leader. I bet it is. She just fries my brain though. To be honest, next time I see Marcy, really, she owes me a couple of apologies where she's got the wrong idea, emailed me right over old bollocks, and my social worker had to set her straight. Yeah. Clarion housing, eh? Or should we just grab the money and run? Grab the money, move, and buy loads of records. No. Too old to move, I think. And to be honest with you, I'm quite realistic when it comes to how old I am. You know what I mean? I'm no spring chicken. Heading into the last little bit of my life, do you know what I mean? With my ADHD diagnosis, it's been like a new lease of life, to be honest with you. I'm still getting to know who I actually am. It's crazy. Got me jacket on tonight. It's a lot warmer than the Fred Perry one, that's for sure. Then again, I've seen a nice winter Fred Perry coat, but probably I think it's about 150 quid. Still, it's quality geared at last. I'm also been looking at some Fred Perry trainers. Don't know what they're like. They used to be Nikes. Anyway, currently on School Lane. Got to get some electric. Got about 3 quid left, 2 quid left, I think. 3 quid. This way down through the village. Welcome to Kent. Look at them autumnal colours. I quite like autumn. The pretty colours you get. Reds and greens and soon be Christmas, everybody. For all them people out there that celebrate it. And yes, I will say Happy Christmas when the time's due. I don't say Happy Holidays. I think it's Americans say that, isn't it? Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas. Discussing Christmas already. I'll tell you what though, I might throw my old Christmas decorations up. She's quite pretty, that girl who was staring at me out that door there. Yeah, I might throw my Christmas tree in that. Do it now. Do it early. Because I quite like Christmas, you know. I quite like all the lights and all that old jazz. And I still sort of, at the end of the day, I'm a Christian, do you know what I mean? I'm Church of England. Not that I believe in God. Yeah. Santa Claus, eh? Well, I know one thing, none of you like getting anything. You've all been quite naughty this year. That's all I know. What am I going to get myself for Christmas? That new Madness album, but the deluxe version. Madness Hit Parade. Comes out in November. Looks quite good actually. And again, Full House was brilliant, which I thought overtook Complete Madness from way back in the day. Yeah. But this Hit Parade, I've looked at Madness of bringing out that many versions of it, that many colours of it, that many different things. I've just gone for the deluxe box set, which is just crazy coloured vinyl. Yeah. Because to be honest with you, I quite like early Madness. You know what I mean? The new stuff's alright, but I prefer the right early stuff. One Step Beyond, that album. What other ones are there? Madness 7. It's just a brilliant album. Trying to think of the second album. Baggy Trousers on it. I've got a yellow version and a normal version. I can't even think of it. It'll come to me anyway. And it'd be nice if the Beat released that other one album I was talking about, but who knows. Oh, specials might come out or something. But Madness, I've never seen so many different versions coming out on one day. But I just skip by the black version, skip by the heavyweight version. Where's the Mad box set? That's what you want to go for. Not that I'm into box sets, I just quite like coloured vinyl. Anyway, just down here, look now. We're just in the village. When I go in the shop though, I'll be ending the stream, but I will be coming back. I'm going to double back anyway, go up there and then back down the lane. And they're going to bang all wires and that on me next week. See if I'm fit or not. Ridiculous. I'll be very shocked if they find anything wrong with me. I've got a cyclist's heartbeat, which is a little bit slower than a normal person's. But I've cycled all my life. Plus, with my new smartwatch, which I'm still sporting, guys and girls, it's got like my heart monitor on there, and it's also got a thing that sees how much what your oxygen levels are. And since I put that smartwatch on, mine ain't dropped below anything bad or gone above anything crazy. I've got to say, cycling and keeping fit, it's definitely kept the doctor away. I'm quite sure of that. Now I've hit 54. All my family, I've had health issues. Obviously, I've had my ADHD, which is a different kind of health, but physically, I've never had nothing going on. I'll put that all down to keeping fit, just moving about, even walking. I suppose the hyperactivity does help though. Yeah, always kept fit in one way or other. Even when I used to go out raving, acid parties and that, dancing away all night, off your nut. I was still keeping fit, do you know what I mean? Crazy. So no, I'm slowing down a bit now though. Well, I'm not slowing down. I wish I was. I'm just feeling it a lot more. Saying that, I intend to be active until I drop, basically. I think the minute you sit down in the comfy chair, the old grim Reaper's waiting for you. I've seen so many people, when they get old, just opt out of everything and then you're gone. But I'll always be quite active. If my dad can get to 78, man, drinking and smoking like a sailor, like he did, he got to 78, I'm getting a 98. Imagine getting 100. That'd be quite mad. Getting a, well, it wouldn't be the Charles, would it? If I get to 100, it'll be William. King William. That's what should have been anyway, to be honest with you. Charles really should have abdicated. He shouldn't have had a go. That's what I think. Yeah. Not that I'm into the royals or anything. All the Queen ever did really was just protect that nonce son of hers. And yep, I did say that on YouTube. I think it's quite well known that Prince Andrew, Epstein, that Maxwell girl, do you know what I mean? Very suspect. And that who remembers that interview he did on BBC? It just made himself look so guilty. He didn't have a clue. Then again, I think someone might have bumped off that. Who was it? Who got found in his cell? What's his name? Epstein. Apparently Epstein's got a big black book with a lot of incriminating names and that in it. Because Epstein had this island, right, where all the trafficking was going on, and Bill Clinton went there. Loads of people went there. That makes you wonder why they went there. I don't know. What about that Ian Watkins then, murdered in prison? I would say he got a bit of justice. That's what I would say. All them girls he raped got a bit of justice. But is that justice? I suppose if I was one of them girls, I'd rather have him dead, to be honest with you. Because he was going to get out again, because he's never murdered anybody. He's just sexually abused kids. Yeah, Wakefield. The Monster Mansion, that's what they call it. Never been there. Wouldn't want to go there. Certainly find yourself a nice weapon if you did go there. Yeah. Couple of batteries in the sock. I've seen it all before. I've seen people, right, get their brains bashed out over a radio. Do you know what I mean? And who's that person walking through the school? They look well suspect. I don't know who they are. But you can't actually go through there. In fact, I'm carrying on looking at them. I don't know where they're going. It's like there's somebody walking through the local primary school. They just look completely out of place. I don't know if they're going to walk back towards me. Yeah, they're going right out the back there. Why would anyone go walk up round there? It's like somebody's just walked right behind that building now, like a youth. can't be bothered to go and call anyone, so I might just walk, as I'm on this live, I might just walk over there. You shouldn't be allowed to just walk in there like that, surely. So this is local primary school, that's where I went to school. I just think it's very suspect that somebody's fucking gone behind there. They had like a hoodie and all that. Look very dodgy. You can't get out anywhere around there either. That's why I'm just going to have a little look and see what they're doing. Trespassing. I'll tell you where they're at. This might get a bit mad. Not that I'm going to moan at them or anything. I'm just to make sure they're all right. It's a bit of a weird place to be fucking walking. I've lived here all my life. I've never seen anyone walk around there. Don't know what's behind that building. Prepare for some action if it's a complete psycho, but it probably isn't. Just to make sure they're all right. It's just you don't really see a lot of people around here. You can cut through, you can get out on the field better. Man, that's my old field, man, with the mounds. Just be around here, somebody's. Not that I'm bothered. Just want to make sure they're alright where it is. A bit strange. Now it's a bit strange just because I don't know where they are. But I've got pretty good spider sense if anyone pops out anywhere. Oh, they could be in there, look. They could be in that building. Quite possibly. Is that open then? So if that door's open, then I'll just go. Hiya. I think that was who I just see, I think. Hi, were you the person I just seen walk through here?
Possibly.
Yeah, it's all good, so it's just a local primary school. I just thought, who's that?
Oh, it's me.
No, it's I've lived. Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. I'm the nursery manager here.
No, it's all good. I'm just making sure. I just thought, well, to be honest, I was just making sure whoever walked around here was all right. But
Yeah. Where is it? Where's part of the nursery?
no, it's all good. I didn't realise there was a nursery in this bit. So, yeah, anyway, that's my old school over there. No, that's all good. Very community spirited of me, wasn't it? So I don't normally follow people around. Obviously, this is my old school, guys. Over there. And my granddad went here, and my dad. And my two brothers and my two sisters. That's all good. Don't bother me, man. Checking someone out. In fact, it's funny, everybody check things out. Hello, David, how you doing? At the end of the day, I've been here all my life, do you know what I mean? I don't think anything will ever... Well, you don't know, something crazy might happen one night, who knows, but... I'm quite capable of looking after myself. I just wanted to make sure that they was alright. Plus, I've never seen anyone walk around there on a Sunday. Anyway, we're in the village now. Boom. Look at these autumnal colours there. Anyone else like all the reds and that, look? Pretty are they? And the shop's open. Got to get my bank card out. So they've got two nurseries. Well, I don't know how long that nursery's been there. I'll tell you what I did see the other night, but I didn't have my camera going. some coloured woman at about 3 in the morning looked homeless, rummaging through the bin over there. But I didn't think we had any homeless in this village. All the homeless are in the town, Tunbridge. Saying that, we've had a few tramps and that pass through. There's the folly, look, the Gothic Tower. That was used as a lookout during the war. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'll just stay live. The thing might spin round because I might lose my signal in the shop. What a mad experience that was. Don't get me wrong, if it was in the dark I'd have been more on my toes. Saying that, I'd have had my bright torch and just blinded them. I didn't realise there was a nursery round there. I know there's one in front of it. Back out. We're going to go over there. See, it done my good deed for the day. I smell gas back there. Bag checking. Haircut. How much they charge me for a skinhead? Too much. That's why I do it myself. They still ain't sold this house where the toilet was. I've heard they're asking like 400 grand or something for it. People probably know it used to, people probably sort of know it used to be the village toilets. Got to have more money and sense to buy that. Anyway, it's getting a bit more breezier on this side. Feels like a bit of a storm coming. Here comes the Coca-Cola Christmas truck, guys. It's the Coca-Cola Christmas truck. It's quite a nice truck, look. Check that one out. Was it the Coca-Cola truck? No, but it looked like it. Yeah, it's getting a bit breezy on this side. In fact, we're gonna cross over, I think. There's a breeze whistling down now, and there's a big breeze whistling down this side. Might jump in the tent for half hour. I put another tent up now, a different one. Saying that, I might just carry on. Might play a few records later. Just carry on with the hoovering that I'm doing. Definitely feels feels a bit nippy out here. This village is getting quieter and quieter every night. I should probably always go for my evening walkabouts, even when I'm a pensioner. If it gets that bad out here, I just get tooled up, man. Tooled up pensioner. You might have to in the years to come. Might be like a jungle out here. You just don't know, do you? All I do know is I won't think twice about smashing anybody over the head with anything. If I thought they was going to smash me over the head, do you know what I mean? Well, obviously the law's changed now. Now, look, there was a time someone jumped out on you and that with a weapon and that, you'd get nicked too. But now you're allowed to give them a good pasting, as long as, do you know what I mean? As long as it weighs up. But I suppose in that situation, someone's going to take you out. You've got no other. Plus, I think that your animal instinct would kick in as soon as you realise somebody was trying to actually take you right out of the game. I think you'd take them out of the game. That's what I think. But not that I've done that. But you never know. In a village that's had some crazy murders, you never know when the next one's happening. Yeah. This village has seen some grisly murders. Yeah, that's for sure. You could write a book, a good book or two. Especially matey who didn't take his medication. See, the last kid that did the double murder and nearly the treble one, the football pools girl and all of that old carry on. He was quite a nice. He was all right, but he didn't take his medicine and he had, what is it? What's that mental disorder where you can think of someone else? What is it called? I can't think. But anyway, yeah, he went next door and murdered 2 people and nearly 3 people. Crazy. But he will get out. He will get out again. Because obviously you don't take your medication. What's that disorder? I can't think what it is. It's where you've got like 2 personalities. There's a name for it. Proper, like when you're right off it. Yeah, he had that. But he always used to say hello to me, polite as that he was. Crazy, huh? That was quite shocking. Then again, the 2 college boys that murdered the other college boy and then chopped him up into 214 pieces, that was pretty horrific and shocking. Really. But I didn't know any of them. They were college students that attend the college there. For a sleepy little village in the Kent countryside, it gets quite grisly at times. Plus I know about St House, my dad told me, but I can't really disclose all of that because there's still people about. But I will do by the time I'm gone. Yeah, I know where there's a body. How about that? Yeah. I bet there's plenty of bodies out in the Kent countryside here. But this particular body I'm on about, which has never been discovered, is still there. Well, I'd love to do a video on that, but obviously, yeah, I don't think anyone else knows. I've never heard no one talk about it. Just my dad told me. Yeah, but there's a big long story. There's a story. And the mad thing is, the fella that's whatever, got the boots on, concrete ones, I know his sons. So that's probably why I might even take this to the grave with me. I don't know. And again, was he a good dad or whatever, but yeah. I don't mind if the police are watching and you come and bust me, I wouldn't tell you. Plus it's really historic. We're going back now to about the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah. 77, 78, 79. My dad just happened to do a bit of work for the fella. Well, my dad used to do work for lots of fellas. But yeah. I expect some Hadlow people watching this thinking, where's that then? It isn't very far away from my house. It's not miles away from anywhere. But I do know the story of how the person got where they are, and they were a drug dealer, and they got my dad's pal's daughter. She started dating him. He was a lot older than her. She's a young girl. Anyway, he got her on drugs. That's the last thing he did do. That's what I know. That's what my dad told me. And I've no doubt I'll go up there now with a cold squad or whoever and they'll find it. But yeah, it's a very, very good place. There's white cat sitting there. All the cat's gone. They normally see me at 3 in the morning. But yeah. Are there any more in the village anywhere? Or buried or whatever? I don't know. There could be. But yeah, I could take you there right now. Put it this way, I'll give you a clue. All the people that know the village. It was redeveloped on the land. Yeah, the land was redeveloped on. If I say anything else, it's just give it away, really. I'd like to tell that story one day. Obviously, that fella's sons, I know. Do you know what I mean? And I know to talk to them as well. And you might be asking, why have I not told them? Because I don't know if they know. I don't know anything. All I know is what my dad told me. But I can guarantee what my old man told me is 100%. That's all I do know. But yeah. In years to come, when I'm an old age pensioner, they might find the person. And there might be like an inquiry, like, who's this, or whatever. Well, I might come forward and tell them then, because all the people involved be long gone. To be honest, the guy that did the dirty deed, he would have been his father's age, so he's possibly not here now. But yeah, I knew him. I used to knock around with his son, you see. This girl who the drug dealer got on drugs, I used to knock around with their son. Yeah. There you go. Crime stories, eh? All the CID bashing down the door later. Where's the body? The body, right? You're going to be getting wet. You're going to be getting wet to find the body. That's all I'm going to say. And that is a big clue. And no, they're not in a river. But I'd imagine they're still there though. Because this body of water that they're in has never been dredged or anything. It's always had water in it. And I would imagine I can imagine some gruesome stuff. Being the occupation of the fella. Yeah, that'd make a good YouTube video, wouldn't it? But obviously, if I put something like that out, well, I don't know, this might even attract some. Probably does. My videos probably flag up on a lot of the older big brothers watching your stuff. But I don't care. I ain't a terrorist. I'm not doing anything bad. I just tell it like it is. Yeah. In fact, the only warnings I get is doing music. I don't get, which don't get you banned anywhere. But no doubt there's algorithms probably scanning for words and things. And then you've got MI5 and that. Yeah. Crazy world we live in. There's all them bodies. I'll tell you what is really good, right? Later on, right, you Google on YouTube, right, Howard Stern, the serial killer, calls in, right? And it goes on for about an hour. This serial killer that had murdered loads actually calls him up and talking to him. It's really crazy interview. Not that I'm into serial killers, but it just blew my brain when I listened to it. It's like a talk show. There's murderer rings in. Who's that guy? Who's that fella running? The Suffolk Strangler. Do you remember him? Who was running around murdering all them working girls? Dougie Joyce. He's been looking for me and I'm a sausage. Who's younger? I have some money, but you don't know what the bill is, I don't think. Crazy videos. Yeah, anyway, go and have a look at that one, this serial killer. It is quite mad. Dougie Joyce. I was actually 500. I don't know anyone 500. So you got your maths wrong now. Paid by 12 tonight? Or what? Or what? I owe someone a few hundred. That's me pal that I'm going to give it to. Which has got nothing to do with you. But I owe nobody 500. Bare knuckle? What, out in the street? Anything? I'll tell you what, forget the bare fucking knuckle. Just anything goes. Anything goes, man. I'm up for that. No rules. Anything goes, even better. I'll tell you what, I'll give you an arm wrestle. How about that? Or I'll give you a race on foot. A mile sprinting. See who wins that. Now, I was actually watching some Dougie Joyce thing earlier. You're a fighting man. All them Joyces are fighting people. I was watching a video actually. There was, because you've got Joe Joyce Senior and then the younger one, and then you got Dougie. Because I think who's it had to fight with Paddy, that street fight? Ricky, send who you want, man. Send who you want. Well, I'll end up sending Ricky away. How about that? Everyone loves me. It's all good. Some crazy subscribers out there. To be honest, you'd have a job today anyway, having a fair fight with anybody out there, I think. I don't know, £500. I think I had about 200 and something. 300 maybe. How about that? I don't know, 500, I'm paying £0. How about that? I thought you owed me 200, didn't you? I'll tell you what, I'll pay you in shirt buttons. How about that? I could do with 500. Anyway, let's rip open one of these drinks I got from the shop, I reckon. Crazy, eh? Another trial. Right? I don't care. Been 5 interest. Don't about that. I don't pay interest, man. How about, right? I just don't pay nothing. Boom, nah. I'm paying me mate. I ain't paying you. What did I do with that bag? Made me lose me bag of goodies, look. Or was it downstairs? What are you, some sort of cyber scammer? No, I reckon you, right? I reckon if I owe you 500, you ought to give me 1,000, and then I'll give you 500. That sounds like quite a good deal. Mr. X, hello mate, yeah, I'm all good. £2,000, that'd be nice, £2,000, wouldn't it? I expect we could all do with £2,000 now. Christmas coming up. I'd soon spend it though. How are you, Mr. X, and everybody else out there? Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Soon be Christmas, man. 12 o'clock. You wouldn't, no one would be able to get in here anyway. What did I do with me, all my stuff? 2,500? That'd be nice for Christmas. What's that? Underlay there. Electricity key is in the bag, where that is. I think anybody could do with any kind of cash injection this time of year. What with the prices of everything, what a rip-off. Oh, the new scanner, that's working very well. I've been learning, obviously I've got this little boat that I go out on the water on. I've been learning about like marine frequencies and what channels I should be on for the marine stuff. Oh, there it is, look. Which is quite good because them radios pick it all up. £5 grand. That'd be nice, man. I could soon spend that. To be honest, I could soon spend that and just completely blow it. You've got about as much chance as that £5 as me getting housed in one of them hotels. Now that's where you should be going, to them hotels with all the migrants in. They've got all the money. They've got everyone else's money. We're all doing something wrong, I think. Get yourself over to France, get yourself a blow-up dinghy and just sail across. Tell them you don't know who you are and you want to claim asylum. A Yaesu. Yeah, man, get one of them babies and you probably get every frequency. All them like real top hit. I quite like all them big radios that cover everything. £3 now. Turn that off. I'll start a GoFundMe for you. How about that? Anyway, I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers. How about that? In fact, I'm going to hit 1,000 before Christmas. I'm pretty sure. Which is quite mad. I never thought that I'd ever get there. Where's my radio? Are they all in a 10 or did I bring one in? I think I brought one in. Or did I leave them out there? No, I brought them in though. And I got me 27 megahertz CB one as well. I think, no? No, I must have left them. Oh, here we go, look. Didn't know where they are. I've got me, hang on, somebody said something naughty that bit there. William. Boom, I'll let that through. Cheers, mate. Yeah, it's mad. That's just me to start with. I was playing all the records. People just came. Totally organic. Yeah. I think people quite like live videos. I think. Then again, I'd rather do that than some of these channels, just like upload a video once a week or whatever. I'm just on here quite a bit. Never mind Dougie. Let's turn this one on. We've got this Midland. All that glue holding the battery pack on. It takes 1 million batteries, but I've just bought some lithium rechargeable one. And we've got the Radtel. Cheers, mate. Yeah, loads of people quite like my videos. Quite. Obviously, I'm a music channel, but I suppose I'm a bit of a sort of vlogger as well, just everyday life and whatnot. Plus, I'm not on here preaching, go and vote for them or vote for them. All these channels these days seem to be like politically, I don't know, tied into the left or the right. Well, I'm not left or right. I think they're all bullshitters. How about that? All them, even Nigel Farage, they're all just bullshitters. Get in power. That'd be about it. Anyway, what did I do? So I had half a spliff. Oh, I did have. I was leaving me. Must have left it in my jacket. No, ain't. It's there. Anyway, we've got this one, look, guys. I'll just get the aerial out. All different ages of viewers as well, ranging from teenagers to people older than me, and all around the world. That's the Italian band, but I'm just gonna whack it in. This is AM and FM, 27 megahertz. I'm gonna whack it in the UK mode for a minute. Add this ages. Oh yeah, so many old people that used to be into two-tone and all sorts of people. Anyway, have a look at this. All right, Michael. Yes, mate. ET's coming in loud and clear. That's the only problem with them ones. They've got to have a huge aerial, whereas this one, look. See, this is the original aerial for that little radio, the CB one. That, but I've got the big one on it. You've obviously got the rad towel. What I've got programmed in here is PMR, and then AM I've got Heathrow Airport Approach, which is what them two are. What speakers, mate? The ones behind me there, or there, or... I'll tell you what speakers I've got. I don't know what ones you're on about. I use one big Pro Sound speaker, which is got a horn speaker in it, which is that one at the bottom now. That one above it there, that's a Pioneer. I've got another Pioneer, and that one up there is a Pioneer. And I've got two Technique speakers, and I've got one Bose speaker, which is that one there, which has got like a special bass reflex system in it, which means the bass cone is quite mad. Bush, what Bush you on about there? George Bush, weed. Anyway, I'm going to roll a joint. Bang & Olufsen. Oh, Bush, the mate Bush. Yeah, that's quite a good mate. Make some quality stuff. Right there, I've got to say, amplifiers, I'm still using that trusty Pioneer one, which outlived that one there. I'll tell you what, that Pioneer amp there, old school one, you could take that out on the road and have a proper party. I kind of I prefer all the old hi-fi gear. You get a better sound out of that. I think all the modern stuff's a bit too tinny for me. But the best ones I've used are probably that one, Pioneer one. I've used the Technics one, which wasn't too bad, but then it blew up. I got it repaired and it blew up again. And the Yamaha makes some good amps as well. Yeah, man, them amps, them old ones just bang out forever. Well, that Pioneer one seems to. It's got a lot of volume as well. And again, the Yamaha ones are quite good. The Technics one, which you'd think would be brilliant, was just prone to breaking. But apart from that, it was really good. Yeah. Plus, I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speakers out of that. Probably helps. I'm using the Technics deck and vinyl, so I get a nice crispy sound. Yeah. I've also used some Sony amps that ain't been too bad. Oh yeah, the Technics gear now, just for 1210 is just ridiculous. That's why I quite like. I'll just go for the retro Techniques. The only thing that I'll tell you what, the only thing that hasn't got, that the 1210's got, there's no word of a lie, does everything else. It's got no quartz lock on it. I don't need it. I've got pitch control. The only thing that a 1210 does, right, that Technics there doesn't do is, obviously with a 1210 you've got a lot of torque. Yeah, which you only really need if you're DJing like rave and sort of mad music. But yeah, I just like the vintage stuff. Then again, you can get them Technics at the GR that's just like thousands of pounds. But yeah, or 1200 or something. I'll tell you what are quite good. Pioneer DJ PLX 1000s and 500s. They do the 500s in white. I've always quite liked them. But yeah, crazy prices. But then, I suppose mine are an example of that. You buy a Technics deck and it will last. Or them ones I'm on certainly have. That one I showed you there, that's from the late 70s. I think the other one's from the early 80s. And the pitch control on it's spot on. I just match it up and boom, it's there. You know what I mean? It doesn't go anywhere. There's no quartz lock or anything like that on it. But yeah, I've had a go on all them CDJs and all that old jazz. Don't really do it for me. Obviously, I've got records, but I think a real DJ, I think, will mix on a mixer and 2 decks with records. I think a lot of these ones now that just turn up with the memory stick pressing buttons, that's not really DJing for me. But then I grew up in an era where all you did was beat match, and me and my pals, before we got decks, tapes and all sorts running together. Yeah, mate, Panasonic. I always used to get my Panasonic Walkmans. Brilliant company. Still make good little radios as well. I nearly bought a Panasonic. Obviously, I have my little radios that I listen to the sport and that on. I nearly bought a Panasonic one I see the other day. Yeah, quality stuff. Yeah, then my decks, the only thing that's ever broke on mine is obviously the needles you got to get. Styluses. Obviously built, well, let's be honest, that'll probably last me until I'm gone, man. Yeah. Yeah, you see in them DJ championships and that, people spinning round on their heads on the deck and that, crazy stuff. Tell you what, I get sick of seeing though, especially on Facebook. I keep seeing girl DJs jumping about, making out they're doing something important, just pressing buttons, and like, it's all just weird, man. I'm not into all that modern way of mixing it all up. Yeah, it's clever, but kind of defeats the object for me. Yeah. Especially CDJs, I can kind of understand, but obviously where someone's just got a controller and they've whacked a memory stick in it, it's just, I don't know. I prefer like having something physical. But them Lin ones, all I do know, I think I've seen them on a music thing, hi-fi thing that I watch on here. Yeah, they're probably loads of money, ain't they? Things like that. Different level of deck though, isn't it? That one. Do you know what I mean? You got your like crazy price ones. Saying that, I've had some basic decks before. I've got a couple of other ones over there. I've had some basic decks that sounded brilliant because I put it through a good amplifier. Yeah. Yeah, all I'm seeing is, I'm glad someone else is seeing them female DJs jumping around like little bunny girls, man, pressing buttons, pretending it's all just AI, pretending that they're like getting the crowd going and that. And some of them, well, I'm sure some of them are just not pressing the right buttons. Not that I know what every button does, but all I need to know is where the decks are. Has your mixer got a crossfader? Wow, I'm all good to go. But yeah, crazy prices. You go out and buy a brand new setup, especially obviously if you're doing DJing and that, you're going to need 2 decks, aren't you? Just like crazy prices. Yeah, I get a great sound out of them. What was I doing? Rolling a joint, wasn't I? If I can find. Getting dark early now. I'll go look for that Madness album later. I think you can pre-order them, but I ain't going to do that. And we've got the Selector live on the channel next month, live from London, the 45th anniversary concert, Too Much Pressure, 45th anniversary. I'll be streaming all that out. That's from Coco in London, which I've never been to a concert there, but I've been to a rave in there before. That should be quite interesting. I'm going to stream all of that out. And I was looking at Bad Manners. I think I see a Bad Manners advert somewhere. Alright, there's New Rizzlers. Never seen the Selector. Should be quite interesting. Pauline Bike. Don't know if she'd be as good as the Beat, Ranking Junior that I see. He was pretty good. He was just like his dad. And I'm guessing all the tunes are going to be taken from this album. Look, boom, the Too Much Pressure. How about that? 45th anniversary. Quite looking forward to that concert, and I'll be live throughout all of it. And I reckon they're going to cover every track that's on that. I reckon, being it the 45th anniversary. November, that is. At least that'd be a local concert. When I went to the Ranking Roger Memorial concert in Birmingham, that was a right mission. Whereas London, not really a mission for me. Saying that, I might stay in London overnight, make like a night of it. I might even stay in one of them, like, hotels. It's just like a little box you get in. I might try one of them out. Because London would just be extortionate prices. Saying that, I should just take my tent really and just whack it up. But obviously, if I'm sleeping in London in a tent, I'm going to need to be armed. Probably. Saying that, I could probably get on from there. It's quite a good venue as well. Right, there's that done. I'll get out this shirt. Got another one of these white pineapple ones. wouldn't mind going to see UB40 as well at some point. Ali Campbell, that UB40. Last time I seen him was the Rat in My Kitchen tour when I was about 16, 17. That was back when UB40 were sort of all together. Brilliant concert that was. Probably the best concert I've been to, actually, was UB40, that Rat in My Kitchen tour. And again, I see various artists at the old Wembley Stadium. But the ones that stick out are Mariah Carey singing live. She's absolutely unbelievable, an unbelievable singer. And Seal, he did that Kiss from a Rose, and he was brilliant. And Rod Stewart, believe it or not, he was quite mad. Yeah. But I would have liked to have been on that Dance Craze tour, man. Boom. Imagine that. Bang. That must have been fucking unbelievable. That's where they all started, man. And that's the only reason Bad Manners, pardon me, are Two-Tone by default. They've never released anything on Two-Tone, but they were part of the Dance Craze tour. The Body Snatchers. Who's your favourite there then? Hard one to pick. Personally, I quite like them all. But I like the Specials, the Beat, Madness, Select, all of them really. But it'd be too hard to pick one, I think. I suppose you've got to pick the Specials, because without the Specials you wouldn't have any of them other bands. Yeah, that's a true fact. The Beat launched on Two-Tone. Same with the Body Snatchers. The same with Madness. And obviously the Selector. Crazy, eh? And to think that Madness is still going. Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be back once I charge my phone. Whatever you're doing out there, be lucky.